Hey everyone, I have another video for you today. This time we're going to talk about wet bags and why should you use one? Should you use one? What size do you need? What kind? I'm sorry, as soon as I started talking, the dog thought I was talking to her. We got a new dog, so she's a new addition to our family. We adopted her. They said she was 3 years old, but she's acting more like a puppy. She chews a lot, so I've got her a lot of toys, and we take her on really long walks every day, and we get her out to the dog park, and she runs and runs, and yet she still kind of chews the kids' toys mostly. She thinks they're her toys. Like, she can't distinguish the difference between her toys and the kids' toys, and I don't want to, like, lock her in her crate. I don't believe in doing that, so I'm just trying to teach her. It's a process. Anyway, back to the subject. Yeah, do you need a wet bag? What size? What kind? Are there different kinds? Isn't a wet bag just a wet bag? So, yeah, I have a few examples just from what I have, but I know there's many other kinds of wet bags out there. So, first question, do you need a wet bag? Well, not necessarily. You can really it's more of a personal preference thing. Like, you really could use anything you feel comfortable putting your clean pads and your dirty pads in. But wet bags, they're kind of cute, and you get to pick prints, and you know, most of the cloth pad world is about picking prints. So it's the same with wet bag, and they can be very functional. They come with PUL bags that are water resistant, waterproof, so that comes in handy too, especially if you're the kind of person who cleans your pads out, like rinses them out and then puts them in a wet bag, which most people don't do that in public because they're a little nervous about that, but I know a lot of people that do. So if you're that type of person that rinses your pads and then rinses them out and then puts them in a wet bag, well, then you're going to need something that's waterproof yet breathable, because if you use a Ziploc bag and then you go put that bag in the hot car for 8 hours while you're doing I don't know what, but you know, it's going to get all nasty and moldy and 1 second. Okay, so that's why you wouldn't want to use a Ziploc. But for like really quick, you could, because then it's not going to cause a problem. But if you're going to leave it in there, you're not going to want to do that to your pad. Okay, so what kinds are there? Well, there are the ones I have anyway. This is the very first wet bag I ever had. It's pretty good size. It's very big actually. But this was more for like cloth diapers. You can fit like 1 diaper or 2 diapers in it. But you can use it for both cloth diapers or cloth pads. So it has like a PUL strap on it that snaps. You can snap it to your stroller or whatever. I don't do that. But you can, you know. Anyway, this is a pretty good size. It's all just PUL, plain PUL. So that's a pretty big size for cloth pads. But then for me personally, it goes from like being big, and then there's the next size down, which is almost too small. It's crazy how I have to find something that's like just quite perfect. This one here is cotton on the outside, and then it has 2 zippers. One is the PUL lined for wet. The other is just the regular cotton, like it's on the outside, for dry. And this is a 7x7. And this is from, how do you say that? Lilico Fashions. Is that, okay. I'll link her information. She has a Facebook group. And she's really, really sweet. These can be a bit pricey. I think this one normally runs for like 16 or 17, and it's kind of small, 7x7, but I brought some pads to show. If you use like a 9-inch moderate pad or panty liners, then that's no problem for this size. This one though, this is very significant flare. So even if you use even smaller than this, then it's perfect. See how, that's one pad. I brought another one here, 7-inch. So 2 pads. I find that 2 pads is pretty good. It's not bulging too much. I don't want it to be bulging, but hey, everybody has a preference, and that's just mine. And then this snap here can come off, and you can use it as a stroller strap or a finger strap. You know, whatever. I have used this one for when I didn't want to take, I went to the movies and I didn't want to take my, well, I don't have a purse. I use my diaper bag because I have 2 babies that are in diapers. So, I went to the movies and I wanted to bring my diaper bag. So I brought this and I put like my wallet in the dry part, and then I put a dry pad in the top, and just like one, you know, it was cool because it had a little handle. So, okay. Then there is this one that I recently did an unboxing for, and this is from Sweet Dragon, and it's just a PUL, just like that other one, the owl one. It's just a PUL bag, and it's a little bit smaller than the owl, but at the same time, I think I finally figured out, hang on, oops, my phone is dying. I think I finally figured out why I have found is that I don't like just the small width, long length. I guess that's what I'm finding that doesn't work for me, because I have this one from Cloth Junkies, and this one is, oh, it's catching in the zipper. Ah, don't do that. Well, oops. It's perfect for me. It's really, really wide, so the length is is this way rather than the length there, and it's perfect because I wear these big pads, and I can just, usually with my used pads, I fold them like this because I'm a front bleeder, so the dirty part is all right here, and so I fold it like this, and that way it's like all enclosed in there. And then, sorry, hang on, I'm putting it in here, and then it fits perfectly in this one. And then I can have a dry one over here because it's 2 pockets. So this is just a regular PUL bag as well, but it has a stitch down the middle that has 2 pockets. So I really like this one, and I know that I think she had a lot of ready to stock, ready to ship of these. So I'll link her in the description as well. So now these are not wet bags, but these are used for the same kind of purpose. This is a pad wrapper, and there are different sizes of this as well, because this one I cannot personally use. I haven't used this. I ordered this from Queely Cloth, and I'll link that as well, just because she's got also a lot of ready to ship of this kind of thing as well, and they're very, 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 very reasonably priced. It just personally didn't work for me because it's too small. Because if you have like a small 7-inch liner, maybe a 9-inch, then this would work, no problem. I just don't typically wear those when I have a flow. So let me get this in here. And what's the purpose of this? You can use it for dry, or you can use it for wet. Same purpose. Whatever works best for you is really what it comes down to. So a small pad fits just fine in here. I make these. This is an extra large pad wrapper, as you can see, in comparison to the large wet bag. It's pretty good size. So it's a large compared to the extra small pad wrapper. Not that this was labeled extra small, it's just small in my opinion. What size is it exactly? It is 4.5 inches wide and 4 inches long. So that's small to me. This one is 4.5 wide, so same width, and it just gives you length in general of 6.25 inches long. So it's just a little longer, and so I can fit, well, now I gotta find that big pad. I put it in this other bag. I can fit these big pads in there. With pad wrappers, though, it does take a little more maneuvering than with a, well, I guess that also depends on the wet bag size, because a wet bag, a small wet bag could probably be the same way. But these don't have like zippers like some of them would, but see, that's the big 14-inch pad wrapper with the big flares. And I don't know how, I mean, I know you can get bigger than that. I know you can get like 15, 16-inch pads and all that, but that would probably fit as well. It might be a little more snug, but that's a very flared pad from All Fluffed Up. So, okay, so those are all the different kinds that I have, and what you can use them for. Now, the last question that some people have is, will my pads smell in the wet bag? Like if I leave it, if I have it in my diaper bag, or if I have it, you know, and it's a soiled menstrual pad, is it going to smell? Well, I do believe that that is a personal thing, because some women, their blood does have more of a smell than others. So it's really based upon you. And if you notice a smell at home when you're storing your soiled ones, more than likely, yes, there might be in your wet bag, there might be a smell as well. If you're really, really concerned about that, you can use some essential oils, like drop some essential oils as fragrance in the wet bag, or like on the top of it. Or you can, they make those cartridges for the Diaper Genie. That's an air filter cartridge thing for odors. You can use that. Or if you're really allergic to a lot of things, I don't have any advice for you. Just being honest, I don't have those type of allergies, and so it's very hard for me to understand what to suggest when it comes to allergies. Because recently I was talking to a bunch of ladies, a bunch of other pad makers, and one of the pad makers, she's very highly allergic to pets and other things. And so when she gets her fluffy mail, she can't just open it and, ooh, you know, she has to like open it over she has to have her husband open it, or she has to open it over her washing machine. That way she can just, whoop, in her, you know. And I can't even imagine having that be on your mind as a stress all the time, because I don't have that. And so I really do feel for people who do have those allergies, and I don't have any advice for you. Maybe some who have overcome that obstacle can comment in the comment on the video, and that way you have a resource to see what you would do as far as like fragrancing odors. And then otherwise, if you don't smell an odor with your pads at home, I don't think you need to worry about it. I don't have any of that at home. I don't have it when I go out. The only odor I ever smell is my baby's dirty diapers. So, and maybe that masks over any other odor, and that's why I don't smell anything. I don't know, but I don't think so. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll link all of these makers' wet bags in the description, so you can check those out in case you're searching for a wet bag. And if you have any questions, please comment below, and I'll try to get to those for my next video. Also, like this video and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!